Today, I'm going to share a story of one of our clients who went from unsure if they would sell any apparel at all to a huge success. Our friends at Hoops Fitness in California went from no promises and we'll see how it goes to 130 shirts sold in 30 days. Jason owns a facility with about 200 members, and like most gym owners, they weren't getting a ton of revenue from apparel. He was working with a local printer, getting nickeled and dimed on fees, waiting weeks for orders, and frankly, his members weren't excited about the designs or the garments used. But in 30 days, everything changed. By the end of this video, you're going to see exactly how Jason transformed his apparel game, the specific numbers behind his success, and most importantly, how you can replicate these same results at your own gym. So the biggest frustration was working with a local vendor. A local vendor had no idea about garment recommendations, and simply, they're mainly order takers. Really, if you go to a local print shop, they're just going to say, hey, here, print on this 100% cotton shirt. Your members will love it. And honestly, when it comes to fitness apparel, members don't want that. They want stuff that's comfortable to wear in and outside the gym. You know, these local vendors, they'll print your logo on a shirt, but they can't really tell you exactly what's working in gyms today, how to position this t-shirt as like an irresistible offer either. So on their first try with merch, they bought a ton of inventory. So he sold about 25 to 50 pieces and the rest collected dust in his office. Now, after that experience, Jason pretty much gave up on merch altogether. And really what happened was I reached out to him. I just sent him an email. We came across his gym and said, hey, why don't we hop on a call? Let's see if we can help you with apparel moving forward. And he was very non-committal. Like, look, I'll hear what you have to say, but I had a bad experience. I really don't care about apparel. And well, I'll just see what you have to say. I'll give you 10, 15 minutes. So we hopped on a call and basically we just walked him through our simple 3-step process: design, samples, pre-orders. And we promised him, look, there's no catch. There's no fees. There's no obligation. If you don't sell any apparel, you don't have to go through with anything, I promise. And I was like, just give me one chance. That's all I need. I'll show you it could be streamlined. Follow the game plan I tell you to do. And if you could do that, I promise we're going to see some results. And he was like, look, if I don't have to come up with any money, I don't have to put any money down, let's give it a try. And that's exactly what we did. Now, before I continue with Jason's story, I want to make something extremely clear. His story is very typical. Okay, so, and the reason why I'm sharing this one with you out of the thousands of other examples is because it perfectly captures exactly what we do and how we can improve apparel sales at your gym. And everything is done with you or for you. We handle everything: the designs, the samples, the pre-order support, the marketing templates. We do everything so you can focus on running your gym while we handle the apparel side. We can't work with every gym that we speak to because our process is very hands-on, but if you're serious about transforming your apparel game, there's a link in the description to see if you'd be a good fit to work with us. Anyways, let's finish up the story. So in terms of implementation, rolling, how is this different, or how did this all work? Basically, we just followed our process. You know, I've been working with gym owners for the past 13 years now, and I've closed 28,000 of these orders, so I know exactly what needed to be done. We came up with a unique and original idea, something simple that will work for any time of the year. No special themes, no silly jokes, no inside jokes, no silly shirts. It was just something that people could wear in and outside the gym and not think twice about. And that's really where we like to design stuff right now. Stuff that people can wear if they go on vacation or go to the grocery store or go pick up kids from school, and it's nothing over the top, silly, or ridiculous. So we worked on the design and then we got the samples in hand. And this wound up being a huge game changer. So one thing we found is that the samples wound up being a huge seller for his clients, because when they could touch, feel, try things on ahead of time, they were much more likely to buy. And we found that they wanted to support him, but no one needs another poorly fitting shirt in their closet. Members tried on the samples we sent and the response was crazy. Orders were flooding in by the dozens daily. And in terms of the setup, what we did to collect orders was we set up just a really basic online store for him. Our online store, there's no extra fee, there's no down payments, there's no extra catch or cost to do the web store. We collected all the payments for him. All he had to do was follow our basic marketing advice. And for all of our paying clients, I do give you a very solid online store game plans, so you can see exactly what you need to say day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You don't have to freestyle anything, just simply follow the checklist I give you and you're going to see sales start pouring in. And he did this to a T. He did not deviate. He didn't put his own spin on it. He basically just followed everything I said, and it was a huge success. And what I mean by that is out of 200 members, 93 pre-ordered apparel, which is insane. And honestly, we delivered everything and he was like, dude, everything looks awesome. Really happy with everything. Thanks so much. But he actually called me back a week later and he's like, hey, how hard would it be to reopen that store? And on the second order, he had another like 40 pieces ordered. And then at the end, we wound up cutting them about a $1,200 profit check. It was a huge success and not bad for a few hours work. And the long-term impact of this is simply showing Jason that merch can be a revenue generator with the right vendor and a proper plan in place. They're on track to hit at least 2 more projects by the end of 2025 with a projected net profit of 3 to 5 grand from apparel alone. Most gym owners are still stuck doing what Jason used to do, working with local vendors, paying upfront costs, dealing with inventory headaches, and seeing mediocre results. But when you have the right system, the right designs, and the right support, you can see results like Jason's. If you want to explore how this could work for your gym, click the link in the description. We'll have a conversation about your current situation and see if our process makes sense for you. And if you found Jason's story valuable, make sure to subscribe because I share case studies like this regularly, plus all the behind the scenes strategies that make transformations like this possible. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.